Well, good morning to you all. Tony Virtue speaking, Virtue and Partners. With our regular monthly update, we come here, come rain or shine, and look, clearly the news has been primarily out of the Middle East. It's a bit frustrating for all of us watching the ups and downs of this. Depending when you read this, circumstances could change quite quickly. My overall read on this is that the military side is pretty much as done as it's going to be. It's now a financial squeeze and this sort of cat and mouse game to try to open up those straits there. You can see from the graphs that the US by far the largest producer of oil now, so they're in their own way pretty right. They can redirect these ships. It does leave a bottleneck over there, and each country looking after their own interests, which I guess is what you'd expect, including Australia. But it's certainly wearing a bit thin now. You're beginning to see that impact on some of the earnings coming through in Australia, some of the commentary coming through. We have a federal budget in a month's time that will, to some extent, they'll have to wait off and just see exactly where this plays out before they make too many bigger decisions there. Possibly counterintuitively, equity markets have done quite well. The US hit another all-time high. It has kind of bumped around depending on whatever news has been coming out on social media or social truth or whatever it is there. There is some sense that there may be some front running going on in America. A lot of strange trades going on just before their market closes and an announcement comes out. So look, it's frustrating. I think the message is we do have deep pockets in Australia in aggregate. We are holding a little more cash than normal here in the practice. If you do need some money for fuel, etc., do come back to us. We do have a little bit socked away in your accounts. We can make additional payments as needed there. As always, stay calm. These things do have a way of settling down. Yeah, this may not sell newspapers, but it's probably the correct approach to take. On a more positive note, the AI kind of boom is now becoming really second nature in Australia, and we're seeing that efficiency beginning to come through into the mid-markets. So, probably a good time to own companies, not so great to be an employee. We need to continually upskill. We need to be more productive as a country. It's as simple as that. We can't just take the same economic reward, particularly passive income, without contributing back. Hard to know exactly where this will sit globally, but at the moment, as I mentioned, markets are still strong. Then with the inflation, hopefully will be relatively short term. There definitely is inflation out there. It is due to this war. It's not due to anything else. So I would not be raising interest rates just to drop them. As best as I could, I'd try and ride this out, and I believe that will be the major policy certainly in Australia. I did mention we'll have a federal budget coming up, and we'll obviously have commentary on that. The two main things are being, quote, leaked. The NDIS, obviously, the costs of that, the intent was good. The costs of running it are out of control, running at over 10% per annum. A lot of unregistered people working in that sector. You do need, if you're going to have opportunities for people to be to benefit from social security, there do need to be controls. Those controls were just quite simply not strong enough. So expect that to be tightened up. On the investment side, a lot of talk about this intergenerational wealth. I don't know, we all had to go through this when we were starting out as well. Long and the short, there may be pressure on capital gains tax. There may be some adjustments there, as I alluded to in my notes. They may limit the amount of properties in your own name. Plenty of ways to work your way around that. They may even put a dollar cap and a sort of a schedule on the amount of money that you can get a 50% discount on. To be frank, I'm not even sure they know at this stage. They kind of run their study groups and see what kind of response they get. The reality is we still have a supply-based problem in property. We need to build more properties. Tightening up the other side of it, really, all that will do is drive up rents, and that probably is a very short-term, but possibly a political fix there. Property markets at the moment, as you'd expect, you've just got to kind of sit on your hands a little and just be mindful until it becomes absolutely clear where these wars are going. I think the way to approach this is, and we've been through this many times before. It is a fact of life. Try and stay mentally tough. Keep that muscle memory there. Try not to read too much of the press. They're really in the clickbait business, not necessarily in the communication business. So just be mindful of what you read. You can read literally two completely different stories of what is going on there, and we'll try and be as straight up as we can be and stick to the investment side. I think that's enough for today. We'll come back to you after the May budget. Great to talk to you all again. Tony Virtue, when experience pays.